Hi, I'm Nancy O'Neill and welcome to Suncoast FYI. Today we learn about an annual festival benefiting students at the Sarasota Christian School, plus the importance of caregivers and how nonprofits can boost their revenue, and the 22nd annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival. Sarasota Christian School is coming up on their 61st annual festival and auction. And here to tell us how their event benefits students is Communication Manager Judy Park and Elementary and Middle School Principal Christine Bradford. 61 years. Oh my goodness.
We have not been there the whole time.
Well, you look great if you have.
Well,
so,
thank you.
There you go. I think it's fascinating, and I would love for you to share with our viewers more about the Christian school and what you do there.
Well, wonderful. We are a pre-K through 12th grade school.
That's great.
We've been there for 61 years. This event has been happening since our school's inception. It's been a community effort within the community and within our school community and within the Sarasota community. And we serve families with students as 4 years old entering pre-K and getting started with school, all the way up through our rich elementary experience into a middle school, the 3 years of middle school with a devoted staff of middle school teachers who do a great job with our middle school students on to high school, and our students are then going off to college, into the community, into service, mission service opportunities, and we've been there 61 years, and we plan to be there for 61 or more beyond that.
There you go. Now, it's a very well-rounded education they get. It's not just academics. There's sports, there's music, there's a fellowship, you have a chapel.
Yes.
I mean, it's all encompassing.
Yes, the goal is to teach the entire child and to support families as they're doing the same. So we have a very developed academics, of course, but our spiritual programming includes weekly chapel for students, daily Bible classes for all of our students, and special events, annual events with a spiritual emphasis. And then we have music, PE, art. We're gonna help our students find out what they're wired to do.
Awesome. Now, with your upcoming event, why would community outside of your school and parents be interested in attending?
Well, I'll answer that one. Well, first of all, I think families are always looking for something fun to do at the right price, and I'm happy to say we've got both those areas covered. We'll have a fun zone at our festival and auction, and thanks to the generosity of our sponsors, that will be completely for free.
Wonderful.
And that's going to be laser tag and inflatables, dunk tank, carnival games, rock walls, trampoline, you name it. It's going to be a fantastic time to just make memories with your kids.
Okay, when is the event?
The event, February 15th. Okay. It's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And you might be thinking, the kids are going to get hungry during that time, and you're right. We have then
kids are always hungry.
Kids are always hungry. Dads too, I think. But we have some fantastic food vendors out there for purchase. We're going to have Culver's standing by with a Sunday bar. We're going to have Summer's Dutch Kitchen. I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but that's worth showing up for right there. They're going to have fantastic things. Our bakery. We're going to have a gourmet coffee bar, and of course,
the chance drawing.
Yes, the chance drawing. Let's not forget about that. The chance drawing for a $100 donation gives our families who are current and active a chance to win tuition free for a year, which is a real boost for a family. And if you don't happen to have a student, we have a cash gift for you if you're the winner of that drawing.
Okay. Now at the festival, there's an auction portion too. Is
yes.
that different?
It's part of the event.
Okay.
You can split up your family, someone outside watching the kids, someone come on inside and start bidding on our silent auction items and our live auction items. Some superstars, I'll just mention a couple things. We have a comic book package with some comic books, 2 of them signed by the late Stan Lee.
Oh my gosh.
And in addition to that package, we also have tickets to Comic-Con in Orlando. So the comic
Really?
enthusiast
Stuff.
is
Oh,
going to want to
yeah.
jump on that. We have things like golf packages to the Founders Club for golf for 4 with a cart. We have a great romantic weekend. We were talking about this on the way here. It's a hotel stay at Art Ovation Hotel, dinner at the Ritz, and a Mercedes-Benz rental for the weekend.
Very fancy weekend.
So very fancy
Lovely.
weekend. Someone who forgot Valentine's Day might want to go ahead and get in and bid that for
Yes, there you go.
their
So
rifle.
is it a paddle race? And how does this benefit the school?
Sure.
Okay, well, the auction itself,
Yeah.
there'll be a live auction and a silent auction. There will be a paddle rage portion during the live auction where you'll have a chance to help us complete the fleet. We're actually needing a couple more minibuses to get our kids out and about, all our athletics, all our field trips. And so that's going to be an opportunity to join with us to help enrich our students. And I want to touch back on the tuition. Whether you're going for tuition or the $5,000 cash, if you know you're not going to be able to attend the event, go ahead and get on sarasotachristian.org right now. You don't have to wait.
Okay.
And secure your spot.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you both.
You're welcome. Thank
And
you for having us.
It sounds like a fabulous
It will be a
fabulous
wonderful,
Great.
wonderful event. I'm
Thank you,
sure.
ladies.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Just ahead on Suncoast FYI, we talk about the importance of caregivers. Caregivers do so much to help their loved ones that their own needs often get overlooked. And here with more on the importance of caregivers is Inspired Living Regional Sales Director Patricia McGraw. Morning, Patricia.
Good
Hello,
morning.
Hello. Let's start with Inspired Living and what that is and what your role is there.
Certainly. I am the Regional Sales and Marketing Director for Tampa down to Naples. So in this area, we have a beautiful assisted living community in Lakewood Ranch that offers independent living, assisted living, and memory care. And the other communities I support are in Tampa, St. Petersburg, Sun City, Bonita Springs, Bradenton, and Sarasota. And those are all standalone, purpose-built memory cares.
You're a busy lady, I know. And the facilities are lovely because I had the pleasure of visiting them.
And
one of them.
I love
So,
it. So I have the pleasure of helping families and supporting great communities and
It's a
seeing
wonderful-
our seniors thrive.
Wonderful profession. Now, caregivers. How prevalent is it that a family member becomes a caregiver at some point in their life?
So more often than not, so in the U.S., there are over 44 million people who are acting in the caregiver role.
Wow.
And when I think about that statistic, that is more than double the population of the state of Florida.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. Who is the average caregiver? Is there a chart that shows you like where the average person falls in that?
So anybody in the family, a family friend, can take on the role of caregiver, but statistically, it's going to be a daughter, approximately 49 years old, caring for a parent who's chronically ill or needs assistance, and that daughter also is married with a husband of her own and children of her own to take care of.
Okay. And a lot of times, like you've said, caregivers neglect their own best interests, okay, and their needs. So I have some questions here that you wanted me to ask our audience and see if they answer yes to any of these, okay? Have you had a physical or been to a doctor in the past 12 months? Question 2, have you done something socially in the last 30 days? And question 3, do you spend at least 30 minutes 3 times a week exercising? So if you've answered no to those questions, what does that say to you, Patricia?
If you've answered no to those questions, you may be at risk for a higher risk for poor health yourself. And that's an unintended consequence of caregiving, is that oftentimes the caregiver neglects their own health and they end up in a situation where they can no longer help their loved one because they have developed their own chronic illness.
Okay. So to ask a final question at the moment is there help out there for families? I mean, how do you get out of this?
So there's help.
Cycle.
And at our last segment, Samantha talked about being community-minded and accepting help. So oftentimes it's difficult for families when you are a caregiver to realize you need help because it consumes so much of your day and you're on a mission. You're providing care for your loved one, and there's nothing more important than that.
Absolutely.
But you also have to take care of yourself. So at Inspired Living, we offer respite stays. It provides families an opportunity to take some time and care for themselves where their loved one is being taken care of by us.
Okay. Well, thank you, Patricia. We're going to be talking more about this caregiving segment on our Aging Gracefully program. So I hope our viewers tune in and find out more.
All right, thank you.
Next on Suncoast FYI, we check in with the Patterson Foundation about their new initiative. For the past 10 years, the Patterson Foundation has contributed to community efforts in so many ways. Now they are helping nonprofits strengthen their impact with their new initiative. And joining us now with more is No Margin, No Mission Managing Partner Michael Oxman and Patterson Foundation Senior Consultant for Administration Michael Corley. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Nancy.
Good morning.
Nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're going to start with Michael 1. Please tell us, I mean, we know philanthropy is alive and well in our region. How does the Patterson Foundation figure into that?
Yeah, and let me just tell you a little bit about it. So we're in our 10th year. It's a fully endowed private foundation working to strengthen people, organizations, and communities who are willing to work collaboratively together on shared aspirations. And over the past 10 years, we've worked with hundreds of nonprofits in our community and invested nearly $100 million to make impact in this 4-county area.
Okay, now you have a new earned income initiative we mentioned when we opened. Can you explain what that is and how Margins and Missions started this ignition on the project?
Sure. Well, probably going back about 7 years ago, we were introduced to Mike and his business partner, Larry Clark, and they are consultants that are experts in social enterprise with the emphasis on earned income. And what earned income is, and why it fascinated the Patterson Foundation, is a way for nonprofits to generate alternative funding, alternative from grants, from donors, to leverage, by leveraging existing intellectual capital that they have to sell a product or service, to fully support their mission. So it's a capacity building opportunity.
And that is a challenge with all of the
Yes, it
nonprofits,
is.
and they need that help. They need you. Okay, so why do nonprofits need earned income? And can you explain to us a little bit how that works, Michael?
Yes. Well, we've worked with so many nonprofits over the years, and whenever you ask a leader, a board member within a nonprofit what keeps them up at night, they'll almost always say fundraising. So our goal in this initiative was to really say, okay, grants and donations will always be important, but within your nonprofit, you'd likely have a product or a service that you could sell, take to market to generate some revenue. And the idea would be to diversify the revenue within your nonprofit and ultimately add another stream of revenue. So the more unrestricted revenue a nonprofit has coming in the door, the more thrivable they'll be in the long term.
Okay. Can you give our viewers some examples of who you are working with and how that actually comes into being,
Well,
play?
over the course of the past 6 or 7 years, we've worked with a number of nonprofits in the region. So there are many examples, but a few that come to mind. One I'm sure that you're familiar with because they were on this show a while ago, was Prospect Riding Center. So Prospect Riding Center is a nonprofit that basically offers what's called equine therapy or therapeutic horseback riding to individuals who have either physical or emotional disabilities. Their earned income venture was to offer recreational horseback riding because they had so many people interested in horseback riding. So they sell the horseback riding services, and that in turn helps their mission for equine therapy. Another organization, Unidos Now, here in Sarasota. So they exist to really help the Latino Hispanic community to become stronger through education, and they offer college, career, and prep services to help those individuals get into school. Well, they had so much demand from the general public for those college prep and career services that they decided to offer it to the general public here in the Sarasota area.
Great.
And that's called Beyond College Now.
Awesome. Now, what have you each independently learned from this venture together?
Oh, that's interesting. It is so much going through the exercise of building a business plan, which is what Mike and Larry will take the organizations through. 4 labs, build a business plan, and implement. And through that process of building a business, and literally these organizations are building a business, not only is there money, the earned income, but it transforms the operation of the organization. They get more quote-unquote business-like, and that just impacts the entire organization and makes them more effective across every sector.
And what we love is there's this alignment between margin and mission. So selling goods and services to help impact and grow the mission of the nonprofit.
Wonderful. Now, if there is a nonprofit out there that is interested in working with you, how can they reach you?
We can go to one of 2 places. We can go to the pattersonfoundation.org, our website. There's information out there. And nomarginnomission.org,
Great.
his website.
Awesome. Thank you both for all the work you do for us in our community.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank
Appreciate
you
it.
for having us.
Yeah, we appreciate it very much.
After the break, a sneak peek at some looks we'll see at Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival. Thunder by the Bay is an annual music and motorcycle festival raising money for Suncoast Charities for Children. And here with more on what to expect at the festival for their 22nd year is Festival Director Lucy Nicandri and Vice President of Operations for Rossiter's Harley-Davidson's Terry Antonelli. Wow. Wow.
22 years.
You girls
22
rock.
years.
Have you been doing it together for
Yes.
22 years?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rossiter's was a founding sponsor from the very first year.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Lucy, every year you pull something different out of your hat.
Yeah.
What is it this year? What can your guests expect?
Well, I think the biggest thing, Nancy, is the expansion of the music side. You know, the motorcycle component has always been there, and that's always been very strong, and we are going to continue that. But we have a lot of music with 10 bands that are going to be on stage, and we have a national headline act, Warrant, who's going to perform on Saturday, the 15th. So we're very excited. We're going to have freestyle acts. We're going to have a charity poker run on Sunday, 2 bike shows, an evening bike show on Saturday, a 17-class bike show on Sunday.
Wow.
And we have over 100 vendors that are committed to be on display. So there's something for everyone, whether you're a motorcycle enthusiast or not.
Yes.
I always say, grandchildren to grandparents, come on out. It's a great fundraiser for Suncoast Charities for Children and a wonderful event for the entire community to enjoy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the bands, like you mentioned, they're
Yeah.
just over the top tributes to,
Yeah.
let's see, Led Zeppelin and Heart and Creedence and Santana.
Yeah.
And there's music, so there's music entertainment all day long. They'll be on different
Continually.
bands. Okay.
Continually. If you want to camp, come on out.
Okay.
You can camp at the fairgrounds. Admission is $5. That is a very small admission fee for the amount of entertainment that you're going to see throughout the weekend. So if you would like to come and purchase a 3-day pass and come to the festival, now the beauty of it is if you only come one day, your pass is transferable. It's $12. And you can go to Rossiter's Harley-Davidson or
reasonable.
Sarasota Ford to purchase a ticket. And all that money goes straight to Suncoast Charities for Children.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about how the money that you raise impacts the children.
Well, this event alone, Nancy, over the 22 years, or 21 years, I should say, has raised $1.5 million for the charity and to help special needs clients here in the local community. Over the past 2 years, $500,000 between this event and the Sarasota Powerboat Grand Prix goes into the form of a grant. We give it to our foundation, and they reinvest it among 5 nonprofits in the area. Those 5 nonprofits are Sarasota County Special Olympics, Loveland Center, the Haven, Children First, and the Florida Center. So the monies that are raised touch over 5,000 clients of all ages. And if you haven't been to one of the agencies, I always tell people, call me at Suncoast Cherries for Children. I'd like to take you on a tour and see firsthand how the money is being spent.
Okay. So we said that their tickets are available now in advance?
The $12 3-day passes
Yes.
are available at Rossiter's Harley Davidson or Sarasota Ford
Okay.
in advance.
All right.
But it's $5 at the gate each day.
All right.
And if you'd like to buy a VIP ticket, those are available online for all 3 days.
All right.
They are $100 and thunderbythebay.org. You
Okay.
can purchase them.
All right, now, Terry, we're going to look at how you've dressed our models today. Can you
Yes.
tell us what we're going to see during
Well,
the
we've got
festival?
lots of fashion
Okay.
and some
fashion tips.
fashion tips for riding and for the if it's depending on the weather. We're hoping for a lot of nice sunshine.
There
and
will be. There will be. So who's our first model today?
our first model is Wendy Rossiter, and she's wearing an excellent 3 Seasons jacket. Thanks to the versatile lining system, you can mix and match the warmth and waterproof liners to beat Mother Nature at her own game. She is also wearing one of our favorite blinged Harley-Davidson long sleeve shirt paired with Miss Me jeans, completing the look with the Kirkland performance boots and some beautiful Harley-Davidson jewelry.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it. Thank you. Now, and thank you, Wendy. And our next model?
Scott Kessler is wearing the Exort leather jacket. Quilted stitching, contrast leather accents, and HD rivets give this well-built men's jacket a heaping load of awesomeness. Scott is also wearing one of the vintage Eagle long-sleeve shirts cut from a unique cotton with twisted yarn. It's soft, pre-washed, and loaded with authentic character, including a classic 1903 embroidered patch. Scott finishes his look with some Harley-Davidson jeans and the Burden performance boots, which are made of a distressed leather for a unique and dressier look from the side so you can wear them out riding or out on the town.
And thank you, Scott. And our final model is our lovely Hallie Pilot.
Hallie helps attitude and innovation, unique with this highly functional Miss Enthusiast HD triple vent leather jacket. The strategically positioned side vents help create an adjustable cooling system for the rider. Hallie is layering the jacket with a sporty Miss Enthusiast soft shell jacket, which is engineered with 4-way stretch fabrication, allowing the rider to bend, reach, and do more, all without the tight restrictions feel you can get from other textile jackets. Hallie pairs the look with a performance long sleeve top and awesome Python Miss Me jeans. She completes the look with a brand new Janus boots. The authentic styling dominates the performance boot and is easily be your favorite riding boot.
Thank you all for modeling, and those are fabulous clothes, and I know there's a lot more at
Oh,
your
we
shop.
have lots.
Great.
From fashion to function, whatever you need.
Awesome. Well, thank you both, and
Thank you.
yes, great weather. We're going to have
Thank
it.
you, Nancy.
Thank you.
Perfect weather.
Coming up this weekend, the 6th annual Bradenton Area River Regatta. Join the SNN team for powerboat racing, live music, food, and fireworks. Admission is free this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. in downtown Bradenton's Riverwalk and in Palmetto. Plus, the Sarasota's Film Society Annual Academy Awards Party. Watch the Oscars on the big screen at Burns Court Cinema at 7 p.m. this Sunday. The event will feature hors d'oeuvres and open wine and beer bar, a silent auction, and Oscar trivia. Tickets are available at Burns Court Box Office for $25 for members and $30 for non-members. If you would like to promote your community event on Suncoast FYI, we would love to hear from you, and this is a complimentary service. Please call our producer, Andrea Chu, at 941-361-4651. To view previous episodes, go to snntv.com. I'm Nancy O'Neill, and we'll see you next Friday on Suncoast FYI.